Hi, I'm Kim from Kim Lloyd Studios, and I've built my entire career on just one technique, the Hyperrealism brows. With this one specialist technique, I've become booked out for months in advance for years now. I'm the most highest paid permanent makeup artist in the whole of the Netherlands, and it's all down to specialising in this one rare technique, Hyperrealism. Now, when people are learning the machine hairstroke technique, there seems to be some confusion about how to make it hyperrealistic. So in this video, I'm going to give you one tip that's going to be able to make your brows look even more realistic when you're adopting the hairstroke style. Now, that tip is to use two different colours. So if you don't do this already, I highly recommend it, because with realism, it's about creating a gradient on the eyebrow. So we want to have this darker middle. We want to have it lighter at the front, lighter on the tail, and lighter on the top. And of course, these tapers as well, as we're drawing down into the eye, they need to be soft and much lighter in the skin. And so the easiest way to achieve that is with two different colours. So this is my tray before I started working on this lady. So you can see here I've got a darker brown, a lighter brown, and I use two different machines, which is another tip to make it easier to use two different colours. Because when you're using one machine and you're dipping in both colours, it's going to be very hard to really segregate those colours across the eyebrow. And so having two different machines wrapped and ready, you just use one machine for one colour, one machine for the other colour. Now with the lighter brown, I use on the tail, the front and the top, and the tapers. And I want those strokes to be very fine and very delicate. And so I use a 1 round liner for those strokes. When I get to the middle of the eyebrow, I want these strokes to be thicker and I want them to be darker, because that's the gradient that gives it that more natural 3D effect. Then I use a flat or a magnum, a thicker needle, and I use this for the dark pigment. So that's how we achieve that gradient easily in the eyebrow when we're creating hyperrealism. If you want to learn my exact methods for this, there's a link in the description below where you can come and join my Hyperrealism Brows Mastery program. Click that link and you get more info, but I hope you found this lesson helpful.